Hi, everybody, and welcome to my TED Talk today. I'm Mr. Sean, and before we get started, I want to give you a little bit of a background as to where I'm coming from with this idea that I'm about to throw at you. Now, I am 37 years old. I spent the majority of my working life in customer service. I've also worked in manual labor. I've worked in clerical work, accounting, marketing, sales, as well as, I guess you could really say I'm also an artisan in that I craft miniatures for money. I also work in the entertainment industry here. Case in point, my YouTube videos. Essentially, these are the ways that I have a wide range of ways that I have made money. Now, most recently, I've been working in a call center of a company that I'm moving into a marketing and sales role. That's what I was initially moving towards, but it was impossible to move forward in that role due to the instability of our customer service department. People leaving, people getting fired, and ultimately the only way we got to the point where this can happen, where I can move forward, is we have decided to outsource the customer service duties for the most part to people in other countries. It'll be an international call center now. Not a lot of people, just 3 people employed by the company, but they will not be in America. They will not be in office. They will be working remotely to assist us moving forward. Now, when this idea was first proposed, I will be honest, I was against it. I thought, this means jobs not going to Americans for work in America. And that is, I was against it. But the more I've realized about it is that, what kind of jobs are we really taking away from Americans? Customer service is the worst kind of job that nobody wants to stay in. And ultimately, it's not a great fit for the American mentality where we think we're better than everybody else. The customers think they're better than customer service. Customer service thinks they're better than the customers. And that's really just not sustainable in America. And that is what I want to talk to you about today. Now, before we get started, I like, comment, subscribe, make sure to ring the bell, all that. But today, I want to talk to you about a bold and necessary future, one that redefines our workforce, strengthens global cooperation, and reaffirms American values. I am, of course, referring to the complete and total outsourcing of every customer position in the United States, no exceptions. For too long, America has clung to a fractured identity. On the one hand, we treat customer service workers as disposable, and on the other hand, we question the competence of foreign labor. Today, we unite those worldviews. By outsourcing all customer-facing roles to oversee call centers, remote AI operators, and foreign service hubs, we will solve both problems permanently. Every customer service interaction, whether it's returning a blender, placing a burger order, or scanning groceries, will now take place remotely from other countries. Cashiers will no longer need to speak to customers. Fast food workers will be replaced with screens and foreign call routing. Even the greeters at your local big box store will now be voiced from overseas through a speaker in a kiosk. No more forced smiles, no more pleasantries, just efficient, remote, outsourced labor. This is progress. Americans will still have the satisfaction of yelling, but now at a disembodied voice routed through 3 time zones and a fiber optic delay. We preserve the catharsis. We remove the human cost. Now, you may ask, what happens to those millions of domestic customer service workers? Well, we've already solved that. With the American Opportunity Restructuring Act, we will redirect the entire domestic service labor force into 3 critical sectors: production, manual labor, and office work. If you are capable of operating a headset, we believe you are capable of welding steel or filling out TPS reports. Now, to help with this transition, we will permanently eliminate all financial aid programs: welfare, unemployment, food stamps, disability, all gone. The rule is simple: if you don't work, you get nothing. Those unable to meet the new labor expectations are welcome to immigrate and pursue customer service roles abroad, the very roles they once held. We believe in freedom of choice. This global realignment empowers our partners. It offers economic opportunity to foreign nationals willing to engage with irate Americans at all hours of the night. India, the Philippines, Kenya, Bangladesh, all will benefit. Let us offer them the gift of exposure to the American consumer. Outsourcing customer service isn't just efficient, it's practically invisible. Studies show that nearly all Americans already assume their support agents are not domestic. We are simply making that assumption a fact. And being correct is something Americans love to be, even when they're not. With customer service off the table, the American workforce can return to its roots, working with our hands, producing real goods, and sitting in gray offices doing things with spreadsheets. No more emotional labor. No more being polite for a paycheck. Only real work, the kind that builds character. We are not eliminating service, we are simply redistributing it. From now on, your complaints about cold fries will be heard by a man in Sri Lanka. Your refund will be processed in real time by a voice in Morocco. Your speak to the manager request will be routed to a former paralegal in Manila. And you will say thank you. Or you won't, because that too is your freedom. This is not just an economic decision. It's a cultural one. Outsourcing all customer service jobs allows Americans to live in harmony with their most cherished ideals, a world where we can demean labor and the people who do it from a safe and comfortable distance. Thank you. If you enjoy this kind of content or lost media content, be sure to tune in for weekly videos. Also, make sure to consider becoming a Patreon or YouTube member because your support helps. I'm trying to get 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and only your help can make that happen. Also, feel free to check out my eBay and Mercari for my custom miniatures, or drivethrurpg.com for my Call of Cthulhu scenarios. Links to all of these can be found in the description. Until next time, I'm Mr. Sean. God bless America, and I sincerely hope that you alpha great day and an even beta tomorrow. Bye-bye.